Okay, what's up, fellas? Today's a good day. Today's a real good day. I got a seriously good feeling about this. I've been doing some investigating. I've kind of had to go back and I went through and did some. I didn't get my little weird hat on, my magnifying glass, and you know what I'm saying, like did went Sherlock Holmes, but I had to go back and I had to backtrack some articles and I pieced together and everything. And I think this car is going to be it's going to be badass. I think we're buying time right now, and I'm fine with that because I would rather have a nice polished product rather than something rushed and just a crap ass launch. There's a ton of things up in the air as far as like legal wise, laws, emissions, the tariffs, where they're going to make this thing, like there's just a ton of things up in the air. I think that this is a smart play by GM. Wait until the smoke clears. But we got a new piece of information today, and I am beyond excited. I told you so. I told you so. But before we get started, I'm going to say, you guys need to like the video, like it right now. Do it right now. All right, thank you. And again, before we get into the article that they published today, I want to know. So, anyways, if you go back to November 6th, and this is where I'm at. If you go all the way down to read the last sentence of the article, it's near the cluster of, I'll screenshot it for you fellas. I'll highlight it. The very last sentence says, all 6th generation Chevy Camaro variants ride on the GM Alpha 2 platform. Now, I brought this up in a live stream. Do you guys think that this is going to be a typo, or is it a hint for things to come? Comment, tell me, because I am on the fence here. It kind of like piecing together the puzzle pieces. I'm like, I don't know. It fits in some places and it doesn't others. Doom scrolling, like, every typical American does. And I would notice my brain said, hey, didn't they already publish that article? And I looked at it and I was like, yeah, brain, you're right. Yep, they sure did. We did a video on it. And I read the article. It was kind of like a response. Anyways, it says, here's why GM is keeping the Chevy Camaro alive in NASCAR. So it was kind of nice because, it's just a simple little question, but I whatever, it's Camaro related. So I gave the article a read, and it's pretty cool. There was a couple pieces of information that I didn't know that I because I don't watch NASCAR or any sports or anything. The very first sentence says, the Chevy Camaro has been discontinued road going form. Still hate road going, but whatever. Let's keep going. But it's alive and well in motorsports, where it has represented General Motors and stock car racing since 2018. So this body has been in play since 2018. That's a long time, man. It's a long time. 3 years shy of 10 years. So, I still think it looks good. Still looks modern. Still looks edgy. That Riptide blue sure does. Yeah, it's a good blue, man. Real good blue. You go down to the mid section, and this pretty much there's just a small little paragraph in the middle of the column. It pretty much summarizes the entire article, but it says, in short, GM didn't expect to still have a need to race the Camaro beyond the 2025 season. It expected to already be represented by the Chevy Blazer EV-R. Gross. An all-electric race car modeled after the Chevy Blazer EV-SS. Gross again. GM realized that the EV racing series was unlikely to happen. Oh, man. The automaker was forced to come up with a new plan. And that's where the new plan, I think, was kind of the initial plan, but it was just like a plan B. You know what I'm saying? Because if it's like if you're forced to go the EV route, then it is what it is. Everybody has to eat the same shit sandwich, and you just pray that there's enough bread, right? So anyways, we're going to go through. If you go through the bottom article, and this is the juicy part, this is where I got excited. I was like, yep, making a video. So if we go down to the bottom paragraph, it says, so what's next? It's likely that the continued use of NASCAR Chevy Camaro hints at the model's return in the near future. I don't know. GM has filed several Camaro-related trademarks in the recent months. That's big. Okay. Yeah, that's big. And as a GM authority exclusively reported, execs reviewed the next gen Camaro proposal. While the plan didn't fare all that well, the next gen Camaro hasn't been written off completely. Here's why. Alternatively, GM could simply be buying time until a future passenger car or cars hit the market. Another GM authority exclusive. The car or cars makes me nervous a little bit, but also makes me happy. You know, once they kind of get a more clear picture of what the market's going to look like, I think all automakers are kind of up in the air right now. I know Stellantis has got, you know, they're spending tens of billions. I mean, I truly don't think that 13 billion is going to be it by the time they get alive and well back into the market. I know Ford's dealing with a lot of BS right now. I don't think that we're going to be getting any information until next year. And even next year, I think we're just going to be getting information. So the research that I have done, because all this stuff is out in the open as of right now. Me, myself, right now, I think everything is in the developmental phase. So right now, it's being made. And I think that it's going to take a little bit of time. We're going to get spy shots. You guys know the routine of how this thing works and how they roll out the red carpet for new products. But the moment we hear anything, you know I'm going to be making a video on it. So, anyways, this car, I don't think that we're going to be really hearing anything. I think we're going to be hearing something about Camaro7 after the V8 hits the market. After we hear about the new 6th gen V8, then I think Camaro will not be next, but it will be time for Camaro to be out in the open. So you guys tell me what you think. Am I right? Am I wrong? Doesn't matter, because I like to talk about Camaro. I think that this car is going to be a monster when it comes out. The new era of horsepower wars, I think, is going to be something freaking crazy. C8's already in 4-digit horsepower, so I think it's going to be quite ridiculous what you're going to be able to buy right off the showroom floor. So you guys, like the video on your way out. Subscribe. You know I appreciate you guys. Have a good day. We'll see you on the next one. Later.